Hello and welcome to my 2018 All My Dolls video. I realized it has been a couple years since I last did one, and my collection has changed a lot since then. I hope you enjoyed the video. A bit of background. I received my first American Girl doll as a child. I had stopped collecting while in high school and undergrad, so I have a bit of a time lapse between a couple of dolls. I plan on showing you my 18-inch American Girl dolls, my WellieWishers, and my Girl for All Time dolls. So let's begin. Technically, my first doll was Molly, but I no longer have her. So my second doll, and the first I am introducing to you, is Kirsten Larson. She was a Christmas gift from an aunt. I always had an interest in Little House on the Prairie and Oregon Trail, so I love Kirsten's time period. She is a Pleasant Company doll. My next doll is Samantha Parkington. She was a Christmas present from my parents. She's also a Pleasant Company doll. I have to admit, I wasn't not too big into her time period, but still, she was just a classic, iconic American Girl doll, but I still very much appreciate having her in my collection. Felicity Merriman was a 10th birthday present from my parents. She's also a Pleasant Company doll. I always loved the Georgian time period, so I was really excited to get her. The Christmas gown she's wearing is also from my childhood. As you could tell, she was played with quite a bit, but we went on a ton of adventures when I was younger. The last doll that I'll technically be showing you from my childhood is Addy Walker. I also got her on my 10th birthday from the same aunt that gave me Kirsten. It was really exciting because I also got Addy's bed, nightgown, birthday dress, and her school desk at the same time. And this was the first time I had gotten any sort of doll furniture or outfit. Addy is also very dear to me. A year ago, I had a chance to visit Stagville Historic Site, which is located in central North Carolina. And this is a site where the author of Addy's books, Connie Porter, had visited to conduct research as she was writing Addy's books. As you can see, now we're jumping in time a bit, as my next doll is Ani, a Kanani Akina doll, Girl of the Year 2011. She was the first doll I bought with my own money, and she was purchased online from American Girl. Ani is a creative girl and loves to partake in various artistic endeavors. My next doll was Marie Grace Gardner. I purchased her from eBay. I don't own much of her collection, but I do appreciate American Girl covering New Orleans and its distinct Creole culture and vibrant history. Next is Caroline Abbott. I bought her during a special pre-order from American Girl Place, New York, and she arrived on her debut day. I love that American Girl covered the War of 1812 and glad that they picked the Great Lakes region as the locale. Caroline is one of the few dolls that I own her entire collection. The next doll I'm introducing is my first custom doll, and importantly, the namesake of my username, Alexandra Perreault. She is a Truly Me number 53 base with Isabel's wig and gray eyes. She is an original character that I created, and I'm very happy to have her. She was born in Gatineau, Quebec, and she plays hockey and loves the sport. Ariel Guerre, or Ari, is the second custom I created. She is a Rebecca base with amber eyes and a Truly Me number 55 wig. She is a dancer and hopes to one day run her own ballet studio. Tessie, or Tess Bekele, is a Truly Me number 58 that I purchased from American Girl in spring of 2014. She is Alex's American friend and currently lives in Los Angeles, where her father is a professor at UCLA. Kittredge is a doll that, if I had probably stuck with American Girl while I was in high school, I definitely would have purchased her back then, as I was super big into writing for the newspaper and writing opinion articles and being an editor for our high school newspaper. She is a Be Forever kit that I purchased in DC in spring of 2015. While I don't have a ton of her collection, I love the concept of her character and her interests, so she's very high on my list of favorite historicals. The next 4 dolls are custom boys that I created and original characters that are part of Alex's world. The first boy is Lucas or Luke Higgins. He plays hockey with Alex, and they have known each other since their Tyke days in minor league hockey. He is a Nelly base with brown eyes and a slightly modified Monique boy wig. Next is Tobias or Tobey Dumont. Despite his emo boy appearance, he is actually a skilled violinist and has even studied abroad in Germany. He is a Marie Grace bass with dark green eyes and a slightly modified Monique boy wig. Next is Ryan Marinelli, who is a Truly Me number 30 bass with a cut wig and dark blue eyes. He is an artist, and his favorite medium of choice is oil paint. Finally, we have Robert or Rob Windsor, who tends to quietly observe people rather than make conversation. He is a Truly Me number 61 bass with Marie Grace's aquamarine eyes and a beautifully custom boy wig. His favorite clothing choice are t-shirts with witty sayings. Next is Ella Tavares, who is a Leah Clark doll, Girl of the Year 2016. She loves bohemian style of fashion, and she also enjoys taking pictures of her American Girl dolls. I purchased her at American Girl Place Charlotte during her debut weekend. In 2016, I was really excited for the arrival of Melody Ellison. She was just a historical time period that I find fascinating, and I'm really glad that American Girl decided to bring out another Black historical. She is my other historical doll, whose collection I own in its entirety. I had purchased her during the special pre-order for AG Rewards members. I was very excited to hear that American Girl would be releasing a Korean American doll, being Korean American myself. So when I had the chance to pick up Z in Chicago, I did absolutely that. While I decided to change her first name to Zelda, she is still basically Z in terms of personality and interests. My next doll is the first custom I created based on an anime character. He is Phichit Chulanont, who is from the anime Yuri on Ice. His coat, as seen here, was created by the wonderful Cutie Pie doll clothing. She has been so helpful in creating custom clothing for these characters that I've been creating, and it's just been amazing. Next, we have Kakalina, or Cat de Roche. She is a Nanea doll with decal brown eyes. She is a modern girl. I don't keep her as a historical. And she is also part of Alex's world. Next, we have another custom doll that I created to be a character, again from the anime Yuri on Ice, and it is one of the main characters, Yuuri Katsuki himself. It's been a lot of fun figuring out what key pieces would help define him as Yuri. And for example, we have his one coat as seen as from the screenshot from the anime. Here we have Janice Bonaly, who is a Truly Me number 67. Her last name was inspired by the French figure skater Lydia Peyton, who was a gymnast turned ice skater and known for doing a backflip on the ice during her routines. Here we have another custom boy doll, Andrew or Andy Darnell, who is also part of Alex's world. He is an upcoming freshman at York University in Toronto. He is a Truly Me number 53 bass with a boy wig from Beautifully Custom. Here I'm excited to present Raelyn Reid, who is a create-your-own doll purchased from American Girl. I was really excited to have the chance to be able to get the Josefina mold, which is my favorite, in the dark skin tone. She also has the light brown eyes and black hair in the medium curly with bang style. I am very pleased with how she came out and have no complaints. My next few dolls were found by randomly browsing my local Craigslist. The first is Nicki Fleming, Girl of the Year 2007. Nicki is a doll whose book character I really fell in love with, and I've always wanted a doll but never had the opportunity to find one in a price range that I was comfortable with. So I'm really happy that I had the chance to be able to add Nicki to my collection. Next, we have a slightly customized Mia St. Clair, Girl of the Year 2008. She has been given brown eyes, but otherwise she is still pretty much the same character with an interest in figure skating and also hockey. While I have long collected for Rebecca Rubin, I could never find a Rebecca doll that really called out to me, and so I was happy to find one on Craigslist at a reasonable price. She is a pre-Be Forever Rebecca doll and has the lighter hazel eyes indicative of the earlier run Rebeccas. Last but not least of my Craigslist finds is Ruthie Eising, a Ruthie Smithens doll. I did send her in for a head replacement, and I'm very pleased with the doll. She is always a doll that I admired her looks, but wasn't sure if I wanted her in my collection. I plan on turning her into a 1940s World War II European doll. As someone who is in STEM for a career, I was very excited to hear that American Girl was creating a STEM doll for their Girl of the Year 2018. A week ago, I decided to bring Luciana Vega home, and I did end up slightly customizing her by switching out her brown eyes for gray eyes. I am pleased with the result, and I plan on keeping her character pretty much as is with her interest in STEM, though I may slightly modify it a little bit. Last but not least of our 18-inch dolls is another doll based on a character from the anime Yuri on Ice, and he is Yuri Plisetsky. I do have a slight bias towards Yuri, mostly because of his fondness for cats, as I am also a cat person myself. I have been asked if I plan on making a Victor doll, but I do not have plans in the immediate future to create a Victor doll. Phew, we are finally done with showing off my 18-inch American Girl dolls, and now I will show you some dolls I own from other lines. First, I will present a few American Girl WellieWishers that I own. The first one I purchased was Kendall, who I just love her character after watching the shorts on Amazon. I like that her focus is on engineering and essentially STEM, which is probably why I'm drawn to her the most. The next WellieWisher I picked up was Ashlyn, who has a slightly prissy nature in the shorts, which just amuses me. Finally, my last WellieWisher that I own is Emerson, who I can relate to for her love of dance. We are now switching gears to A Girl for All Time Dolls, which is a British doll line, and one that attracted me due to the nature of their historical characters, as I really do love the historical stories, even though I do have quite a few modern dolls. The first AGAT doll I purchased was Lydia, as I really admired her physical appearance of the dark hair with dark blue eyes. Again, as I mentioned before, I also love the Georgian time period, so I just absolutely love her and cannot wait for her novel to be released. The next AGAT doll I purchased was Amelia, who I always had a fascination with the late 1800s time period, but didn't really know much about it, but always liked the fashion. I had a chance to read her book prior to purchasing the doll, and I thought her character was really interesting and a strong character. So as a result of that, I decided to purchase Amelia as my second AGAT doll, and I'm very pleased with the doll and her outfits. Finally, the last doll I will be showing to you is Nisha, who is a modern AGAT doll. I have a few Indian friends, so it was pretty much a no-brainer that I would end up picking Nisha up. I'm very pleased with the doll, and I think she's absolutely gorgeous. This concludes my All My Dolls video for 2018. If you have any questions about any of my dolls, please leave a comment below. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope to bring more exciting videos in 2018.